Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We're back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let's get into it. This is so exciting. Finally in a new act, new city. Let's see. And we got a new mythic ability. Let's see what's going on. We're Lich right now. Or I could do favorite meta magic. What have I already taken? I have all the abundant castings. Oh, you know what? I need... Wait. What? Bard. He didn't choose Bard. He's a marksman. Why does it say Bard? That's weird. All right. Anyway. Or maybe I did accidentally make him a Bard. I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Let's see. You know what? I want enduring spells because I'm going to lose Camellia, and I want someone who can keep all the buffs on us. Heroic Invocation. Mind Blank Communal. What are the good buffs that I need to make sure? Are there any good buffs that I missed? I can't remember. Heroism Greater. Greater Invisibility, but the Lich wouldn't cast that. Resist Energy Communal, yeah. Which I guess means we have protection from energy, because I didn't see that. Okay, we must have already picked up protection. Okay, I think we have everything else that we need. So, starting from here. Taking up 2 level 9 slots to get Heroic Invocation would be awful, but I'll pick it up just in case it's the only way for us to have it. People keep telling me Elemental Barrage, if you turn off on all our elements, is crazy for us, so we'll try that out. What do you got? Improved, Abundant. You're not at level 9 spells, I don't think, so we'll get Greater Enduring. Oh, baby, just change nothing. Change nothing. You are so fantastic. I love you so much. All right, you got Cleaving Shot. Do you got Ranging Shot already? What'd you get? Cleaving, Mythic at level 2? Wow, that's interesting. Ranging. You got Deadly Aim. Okay. So we could get Bigger They Are, or, you know what, we could get Distracting Shots, which is going to give you that AC penalty for half your mythic rank. We're at level 5. Next one would be level 6. You know what, yeah, this 4th is fine. What you got going on? You've got all the abundant. No, you do not have all the abundant. Technically, you don't really need level 6. The last one yet, but you know what? Might as well. And let's see, 1 second. All right, what's going on with you? You've got Ever Ready, Destructive Shockwave, Thunder and Blows, Power Attack. You need more attack. Everything that helps you with attack is going to be better. We could do Unrelenting Assault. Leading. Oh, you know what? Or we could do Last Stand. But you know, there hasn't been an issue of you going down. But actually, in that last fight, you were almost about to go down. So you know what we're going to do Last Stand. All right. Now that that's finished, let's explore. How many haste? You've got 1 haste left. You know what? Yeah, I did give him Bard because Bard gives him some spell casting, and therefore I don't regret it. Even though I haven't been using it to its greatest degree. We'll touch that real quick. The stones of the ark emit a revolting, high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, the particles of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, at the heart of which an ember of magic flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seem to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin, islands that float in the ether, and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few moments later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there, you see other glints of light flashing on the city streets. After you look closer, you realize that the lights radiate from other arches, similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, which you found on Darazan's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item, set to resonate magically with the arch, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. Identify the place you are seeing. Judging by its surreal architecture, its chaotic conglomerations of houses right in the middle of the streets, and by the large number of islands that hover in the air or float in random directions, what you see is some sort of demonic city. Touch the whirlwind inside the ark. The magic engulfs your body, drips down your skin, and makes you feel slightly tingly. The vibration becomes wilder, reverberating within your body with a nauseating echo. You feel like a boulder set in the cup of a catapult, ready to be flung at any moment. Knowledge Arcana 30. Figure out what you're seeing. You notice that the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the arches serving as artifacts, allowing you to access the alien network. Interacting with the arches seems to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. Try to understand why you can't move to the other arches. It's quite obvious that this strange construct was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific arches that they are allowed to visit. It's likely that some kind of system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects, to provide access to various arches. Before you get one such token, all the destination points will be closed to you. Determine the arch's origin. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner. While the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence, it's quite unlikely that the architect of such an intricate network would have demonstrated such a lack of finesse. By all appearances, this arch is handmade, somehow connected to the web of portals, and illicitly used for personal gain. All right, we're not going to use it because there are other things we want to do here first. Leave. Ooh, Sun Demon got jacked up and turned to this island we're sitting on. I don't know if it's supposed to flash down there or if those are graphical errors. But it's weird, really weird looking, isn't it? Yeah, that's got to be a graphical error, right? Like, even if they were trying to say that there was thunder or something down there, it wouldn't look like that. So, but besides that, this looks really, really cool. I love, even from above, the design of this demonic city. I love this whole act, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people are down on it because there is a lot of back and forth, and I actually hate backtracking in a game, but this is one of those rare instances where it's worth it. I love this act.
Do it my way.
I think it's a whole lot of fun. I think it's totally different from what you've had to do before. And I feel like it's great from a story-wise mechanic because it gives them room to breathe to set things up for Act 5. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes. Her lips, crusted with blood, release a groan. You, Baphomet's spawn, run through your portal. You run too, Hepzibah. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge any way. So Sale examines her wounds with the dispassionate eye of a healer and whispers under his breath, "Major blood loss. The puncture wounds are deep and blood is filling her body cavities, Commander. I have some means to ease her pain. It's too late to try and save her, but we can spare her suffering. We're not healing no succubus. Who did this to you? Hepsimir. The succubus groans with hatred through her lips, half sealed with clotting blood. I've been following them. Wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. Where were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals. They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. The ones who maimed you, where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes brighten. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest. Then she adds in a wheezing voice, my key. I've hidden in a lesser shaft, not the one with the bones, and another one in a bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal. 6 attack. You have kept death waiting long enough. Camellia's eyes are following the dying succubus intently. Noticing your attention on her, Camellia hastily turns away. I just wanted to make sure that her death wasn't simply an elaborate ploy or yet another trap. The succubus utters a soft cry and closes her eyes forever. All right, and nothing to loot.
Follow if you dare.
Elven note. And a key to the Nexus portal. Excellent. The mine shaft descends to an incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see. Lower down that. Thank you. A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here and there, rusty slave collars glint in the dust. Deep grooves seemingly left by a giant hand, furiously scratching at the stone. These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. The giant's bones look like they have been gnawed on. We'll talk to the Suture in just a moment. Boots of Stampede. The wearer of these boots adds their rank and athletic skill as a bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. And hide of a magical creature. A hide skin from a magical creature. As it retains some of its magical properties, such material is greatly valued by artisans who craft charmed items. The stone is gouged and crumbled, and traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. You hear some muttering coming from the pile of bones. Gone. They're all gone, and left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace. A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the dredge called the Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy, "Oh, it's you. What are you doing here, Suture?" "Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace with a view of Ishiar's best beaches," the dredge mumbles. Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully, "I was on my way to see Mistress Areelu, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy brimrat can do it, but I can't. All I could do was reach the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift, but now I can't go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys." "Portal keys?" "You've seen those things, big things up there on the surface. They were kept closed most of the time so the slaves wouldn't run away. They can be opened with special keys. If I was lucky enough to find such a key, I wouldn't have left this nasty place in a heartbeat. And then, who knows, maybe I could have found Mistress Areelu. Is Areelu around here somewhere? You're a funny lad, you are. The demon grunts. My mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here, and the next she's gone. But she loves coming to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out of here. What is this place? It's a little burrow dug by Baphomet's rats in the mansion of the illustrious Lady Nocticula. The Suture grimaces. A firmer burrow, that is. Once I visited this place with my mistress Areelu on business, and this place was abuzz with life. The slaves were working, the slave drivers were tormenting them, and Hepzibah was choking the life out of both. You know Hepzibah, do you? Nasty, horn-headed Nephilim, and Baphomet's daughter to boot. Now there's no one here. As soon as I saw you, I knew right away why they all fled. Where did all these bones come from? They belong to the giants who used to work in these mines. You don't think Baphomet's minions dug the rocks with their own hands, do you? This mine was depleted first, so they converted it into a dump. Every time an enslaved giant died, they dumped the carcass here. I'm here to find the source of the hindering crystals. Do you know anything about that? Well, you just found one. Good for you. The Suture sweeps his arm in a wide circle. This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals, but it was long ago. They depleted it and they left. So, the crystals can simply be mined like any regular mineral? Simply enough, but not that simply. The Suture grunts. They can be mined all right, but the crystals are very rare and extremely expensive. And that's all I know. Are there many other mines like this one? There are several more on this island as far as I can see. And they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they had even a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know. How long have demons known the secret of the crystals? What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, Lords Baphomet and Deskari are no fools to share this kind of knowledge with the entire abyss. Everything is clear to me now. So quick to understand, aren't we? I have to go. You know what? You better look around really closely. Mayhap you'll find a key, a portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass, but if it's filled with power, it'll shine purple. I'll walk around too, search some more. Awesome, okay. And that's all we needed. We can get out of here.
I'm off.
Whoa! Whoa! Hello, Master! It takes you a moment to recognize that, hey, just want to note, this is like the first time I've done something completely new for me in this game. Just about everything else, except maybe a couple of scenes. No, even the Crusade management stuff was all in the beta. I never got to Act 4 as Lich, so I have never done the Act 4 Lich Mythic Quest. So this is completely new for me. It takes you a moment to recognize the ghostly floating figure of Zacharius the Lich. His dry, rasping voice fills your ears as he begins to lecture you angrily. Student, where have you been all this time? I finished my research, studied the crystal you brought me, and where were you? Do you not think I have languished in my prison long enough? Are you trying to test my patience? How did you get here? It's a projection, student, a simple trick. You may even be able to master it someday if you follow my orders diligently and stop wasting my time with such ridiculous questions. So, on the inside, the Lich feels like the chaotic option. Galfrey sending me into exile, that bitch. But the Lich does not want to admit that she had that kind of power over him, or that he basically feels like he's been forced into doing something he doesn't want to do. So instead, out of pride, he's going to say number 5. I'm searching for new sources of strength and power and give the impression that he's in control of everything and that it is going just fine. Don't waste your time with worthless nonsense. I'm the only one who can give you true power. The Lich gives an exasperated sigh. Well, we shall have to find a way to use your absence to our advantage. I completed my examination of the vessel you brought me, and though I do not understand how it's connected to your soul, something else has been made clear to me. From my examination of the crystal vessel, I can conclude that this magical item has somehow come into contact with your spiritual essence. The traces of your essence lingered within the vessel like drops of wine in an empty jug. After a close inspection of these tiny remnants of your soul, I can say that it is very strong. It is certainly much stronger than that of a mortal. It is more akin to the soul of an ancient dragon or demigod, perhaps even an imperial or demon lord. No wonder it has resisted my spells and my attempts to free it from your body. In order to perform the ritual, we have to find a way to weaken your soul. What? That sounds awful. I'm not going to help you weaken my soul. The hell? What's wrong with my soul? The Lich gives you a searching glance and then says with some bitterness, you were just lucky. I'm not sure how you have such a powerful soul, I must admit. I do find it somewhat ironic that such a strong soul is contained in such an average host. You really are completely ordinary in all respects, save one. Have you ever encountered a soul like mine? No. I did not think that mortal souls could possess this much energy and power. You are an anomaly. I do not understand how your mortal body can contain such a powerful soul. It is all most intriguing. The object I gave you, do you know what it is? It is a magical item, but its purpose escapes me. Such items can be used for ritualistic purposes in a dozen different ways. I myself once had a similar copper jug. I would speak words of power and then store them in the jug until I was ready to use them. We need to make my soul weaker. How do we do that? How would I know? I have never encountered a problem like this before. Normally, the soul has to be strengthened so that it can endure the separation from the body without slipping away to Pharasma. Zacharius cracks his bony knuckles and sighs. Then he continues in a more conciliatory tone. The problem we are facing is not easy, and I see no solution at present. But if you wish to gain mastery over death, you must first gain mastery over yourself. A candidate for immortality must have patience and self-control. Wait for a solution to present itself. Be attentive and use discernment. You will find the answer eventually. Until then, you will just have to wait. Before you disappear, can you tell me how the Crusade is doing? Zacharias smirks arrogantly. That pathetic fool Galfrey had the sense not to let an opportunity go to waste. She's made every effort to build on your success by launching an offensive to the west, and she enjoys somewhat greater popularity among the soldiers than you do. However, I doubt that comes as a surprise. The common folk have never been able to appreciate those above them, and mediocrity always despises greatness. As for your ziggurat, Galfrey ordered an attack against it, but I sealed the doors and dealt a swift death to the first 24 attackers. They took the hint, and the Crusaders left me alone after that, focusing instead on the guards posted around your fortress. Wow. So they tried to destroy. So you sent me to the abyss, and then you tried to destroy my creation? This is a complete betrayal. Yeah, the Lich is even more upset now, which didn't even think was possible. She's dying. She's absolutely dying when we get back. I don't have time to wait around. Wait, student. Oh, the Lich wants to go back now. You're trying to destroy it? That power is what I used to build up the Crusade in the first place, something you could not do. Got to get back, got to get back, got to get back. The hand of the Inheritor seems to be immersed in either contemplation or prayer, but as you approach, he looks up. Champion, regarding our mission. I'm listening, Champion. I have reasons to believe that the hindering crystals were mined right here in the mines. The angel flexes his wings. So, the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals, can be mined from the soil of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines, Hepzibah. Hepzibah herself! Anger rings in the hand of the Inheritor's voice. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary, a Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Darazan, were just officers in the abyssal army, whereas Hepzibah is the true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula's and Baphomet's servants. I am not at all surprised. The alliances between the Demon Lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage. No matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance, we must learn more about what is going on. What if I try to use my powers to open these old portals? Alas, that is unlikely to work. These portals are unlike the seal and Dresden. They simply cannot be swept away. If you use that method, you either destroy them for good or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led and where our glory fled. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mine the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Let me take a look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. That's all I've learned so far. And it is quite a lot. I've learned everything I wanted to know in this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. Then let us begin the pursuit at once, the hand of the Inheritor exclaims fervently. The portal begins to glow brightly, and the hand of the Inheritor gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heaven above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alan Shinra, the damned city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies were heading. You think you're quick, eh? Well, I am much quicker. The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear, even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. This portal leads to Alan Shinra. What could this mean? It means we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Alan Shinra is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, or rather, a little less dangerous than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Will we have to move onward altogether? I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it would be best if we build it right here, far from larger demonic settlements and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up the camp. Activate the portal. I've got the second key. The demons' plots cannot stop us, but we still haven't had much success in countering them. That is why we must make haste and move onward. Okay, how do I exit? There we go. Step into the portal. Let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We are going to Shinra, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and the hindering crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Hepzibah has something to do with all this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of this plan. I will cast a spell on myself so that not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best as I can, and the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go, by the light and the sword. Cool stuff. And here we are in the abyss, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot. Yeah, ooh. Okay, wait, so we do have a couple of casts of this. Definitely gonna need that. I'll have to get some more.
A trivial task.
Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Shinra, Nocticula's capital city, the abode of beggars and vagabonds. It is impossible to descend any further, except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. I think starting out here is worth a full save. Let's do that. Boom, boom. Love, love, love this act. Let's go. Let's go. Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hearing one of Shinra's guests nowadays. Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth. Right, all just strutting and gawking. One of them approached me the other day and asked, "I'm sorry, I'm lost. Can you please show me the way back to the middle city?" All right. I don't know what's up with this guy. Someone, whoa. Oh, this is just tutorial. Oh, it's not showing. It's not showing that there's this guy who's all around, and I don't understand what you're supposed to be doing with him. Okay. There are also these little sections where.
Yes, what?
Let's see, is this? Yep. That means we all gotta go together. There's a lot of upward sections where you can only teleport there. There's no way to just get there on your own. So you definitely want to have somebody around who can teleport. And unfortunately, teleportation is kind of finicky in this game, so this causes issues. Finger Freezer. This +5 freezing light mace is emanating an aura that makes enemies in a 10-foot radius suffer a -2 penalty to attack and damage rolls with ranged weapons. Oops.
Are we ready to move out?
Very, very good stuff. And mass again. So what, I don't, you know what, I actually don't know how it is since the patch, but before the patch, you would definitely have issues where you were using mass teleportation and you would have all your people right next to you, but still only some of the people would teleport. Stuff like that. Very, very annoying. Very, very, very annoying. All right. And that's right above us. That doesn't help. Let me know, it sure sucks if you can't fly or move around using magic.
I am helpful, am I not?
Actually, you know what? Let me make sure. Does this lead to a chest? Actually. Cool. Somebody is skilled in athletics. Okay, yeah. I don't need that. Some of these, some of those checks lead to different chests and things that you can only get using that. So we're gonna have to click on all of them. All right, Bad Luck Tavern. Prismatic Ring. This ring allows you to cast an improved version of Prismatic Spray once per day as a 17th level wizard. The wearer can recharge this ring by consuming spells for which the sum of their levels must be equivalent to at least 9. All right.
I am helpful, am I not?
You know what? No. I'll come back out here after we rest. Because we need more teleportation. Loot. Come on, loot. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. Loot. Why do that? Loot. There we go. Loot. Loot. Red mask. We talk to later. No, we talk to now. I forgot. Read these books. Info. Yeah, because I don't think in the past they did anything to let you know which books actually help you and which ones don't actually have anything additional. So you still just end up having to read them and find out on your own. There we go. There we go. That's all the books, right? Nope. Oh, we should have organized it by type instead of ascending. That's the problem. Because I think ascending is for quality. Oh, or no. What's this? The gaze one? Yeah. What's this? Oh, relic. And I learned a bunch of things. Excellent. Greeting you with a nod is a middle-aged sorceress with short dark hair, a skinny face, and prominent cheekbones that bring to mind images of predatory birds. Despite the dark circles under her eyes and her overall worn-out look, her voice sounds friendly and welcoming. Hey, you're not a local, are you? Have you come from Golarion? That makes us fellow countrymen, since I hail from Absalom. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Magister Mielarah, a certified specialist in resolving magic-related issues and the captain of an airship called Starcatcher III. What's a sorcerer from Absalom doing in this rat hole in the middle of the abyss? For a couple of seconds, the woman's gaze grows distant, and a bitter expression appears on her face before quickly fading. I suppose you could say that I'm trying to cheat my own fate. In the current stage of my life, the abyss seems like the best port to call home for me. There aren't a lot of experienced and, at the same time, trustworthy captains around here, so I never sit idle. You seem honest. How do you manage to survive in this place? Frowning a little, Mielarah crosses her arms in a resolute gesture. I see what you're getting at. You're asking how a captain who doesn't grab everything that isn't bolted down, a captain that doesn't steal cargo and doesn't throw passengers overboard, how can they survive surrounded by a gang of bloody pirates? My answer is simple. My principles protect me. I strictly follow the unwritten aeronaut code. I never ignore those in distress, I never attack other vessels, and I honor the integrity of the cargo that I am trusted with. Maybe I look like an idiot to the other captains, but I don't care. My doggedness earns their respect, even if it also provokes their ire. Besides, they know that I'm stubborn, and I'll defend myself to the very end. I suppose that's the real reason why they haven't slit my throat and seized my ship yet. I'd like to know more about you and your ship. I can understand your curiosity. You won't find another ship like Starcatcher III in the Abyss. Actually, captains like me are a rarity here as well, for obvious reasons. Tell me about your ship. Starcatcher III, as you can guess by her name, is not the first ship I have captained, but she is, without a doubt, the most technologically advanced, and she has been through the most amazing adventures. She's the most reliable and neat vessel you can find in the Midnight Isles. She and we've been through serious hardship more than once, but my ship has never failed me. Once, Starcatcher III even made a short raid to the Rift of Repose, the place where the souls of murdered demon lords slowly disintegrate, imprisoned inside crumbling stone sculptures. Plus, I should also note that Starcatcher III has a unique reputation in these parts. She has never participated in pirate raids, never transported smuggled goods or slaves, never passed by other vehicles in distress without providing help, and never been in service to any of the demon lords. I can't think of any other ship in the Midnight Isles that enjoys such a good and honest reputation. Mielarah utters the last words with pride, as if she were talking about a living creature instead of an airship. Who works on your ship? I handpick my crew personally and extremely meticulously. I try to recruit those who are not completely corrupted by the prevailing customs of this place. Let's put it that way. Even here, there's a chance, a rare one, but still a chance, to meet a mortal with a good heart who, though poisoned by this malicious environment, is not yet beyond redemption. I do my best to help these people, and if I'm successful, I give them enough gold so they can relocate to some other plane. Then I send them on their way. I hope that this way, I'll be able to save at least some decent souls. Alas, in this case, failures come much more often than successes, so to protect my good-hearted but corrupted crew from making irreversible mistakes, I have to rely on some spells. With a smile, Mielarah taps her fingers against her temple. I call it disciplinary thought correction. Starcatcher III. So there's a first and a second? The cheerful smile of the sorceress fades away. Starcatcher II crashed on the rocks of Alinthia. We were sailing over Mara Island when a mutiny broke out. It's an evil place where discord and hostility fill the air like a noxious miasma. A part of the crew tried to seize the ship. The others remained loyal to me, and a massacre ensued. Defending myself, I had to fight my friends till I was the last one standing. The last survivor. All by myself, I barely managed to guide my ship to Alinthia, but when I was bringing her into land, the rocks tore into her like a fishmonger gugging a fish. Starcatcher II was irreparably damaged. As for me, I escaped with a couple of bruises and a chipped tooth. The sorcerer squeezes out a bitter smile. As for Starcatcher I, it was because of her that I decided to settle in the Abyss. How'd you wind up in the Abyss? The face of the sorceress becomes grim. Her words seem to come from somewhere cold and remote, as if from the grave. I was once a member of the Arcanum, the most prestigious magic academy in Absalom. Back then I was a captain too, and I delivered special cargo and passengers at my colleagues' request. I've been assigned to a risky and extremely important rescue mission on the plain of Abaddon. I had to rescue a group of Pathfinders who had gotten into hot water there. I literally ripped them out of the claws of the Gravedigger, the Herald of Ziphis, god of accidental and pointless death. And that son of a bitch never forgave me for that show of disrespect. He put a curse on me. People around me started dying, both those I cared about and those I'd never even heard of. News of horrible, pointless, and tragic accidents that cut lives unnaturally short followed me wherever I went. But nothing happened to me. I managed to get out of trouble, any trouble, without a scratch, even when violence raged all around. I tried to get rid of my curse, but no one could lift it. Soon after that, Starcatcher I was wrecked in a terrible storm. Then I decided to go into voluntary exile and stay away from the plains where civility, mercy, and common sense are valued. Here in the Abyss, I can at least avoid mourning those whose lives are cut short due to my curse. Besides, the Abyss is insane and bloody enough even without me, so my cruel fate can add very little to this crazy whirlwind of aggression. I understand. The sorcerer smiles briefly. I'm always at your disposal. I'm leaving now. Fair winds to you too. If you find yourself in need of an excellent airship and a skillful captain, just let me know. Awesome story. Really enjoy that. I've never used her ship before. I think next time I'm playing as a good guy, I'm going to make use of her. Okay, lots and lots going on here. So, first of all, Banshee's Heart. This gives him more channel energy. This one is better for damage, but you know what? You're not even kitted out right to make use of everything. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that. What you got? Longbow +3. No. Oh, yeah, let's make sure we keep that around. Put that there. Slime. And you wear full heavy armor. Full plate +1. What's this? Nullify. Yep, you benefit from that. Sure. What's this? Leather. That's 8. Wow. Plant domain. That's irrelevant for you. You might actually make use of this. We'll take that. No. No. Ghostly pathways, no. Strength and dexterity. Sure. Wait a minute. Why? Oh, because we already had that +4 on bull strength. So actually, but this still works just in case. Lynn's family belt. Successful charge. You can have that. Somebody else can take those. What's this? Animal companion +6 bonus. Nope. Just sell that. Do you see if all enchantment school? Nope. Charisma +4. I don't think any of you are using charisma, but I still don't want to throw this away, so we'll just keep you on ice for a little while. That's intelligence. Hit with a melee weapon. That's cool, but I don't have anybody who would use it. After this wears off, you can't make any weapon attacks. I'm good on that. What's this? Channels energy harm on dead. That's rare. Bracers of armor +5. We'll take that. That's a wand. Extend. We have better than that. There we go. Let's see. Reach. Greater reach. I guess we can give Soseo this. Actually, what is this for? Maximize. Yeah, we can give you reach, maybe. Empower. Let's extend. That's really maybe. I got 2 midnight bolts. What's this down here? No. Okay. Boom, boom. A wrinkled demon with broken fangs and a missing eye stands before you. The eye socket is occupied by a large, squirming, multi-legged insect, yet it seems not to cause the demon any discomfort. He greets you with venom in his tone. Welcome to the bad luck. I'm Bhurgaz, the innkeeper. Our establishment upholds a high standard of service in that it's better to eat and drink here instead of a ditch. Sleep here at your own risk, drown the rest of your life in cheap swill, or purchase goods of the highest quality and dubious origin. Upon giving your entourage an appraising look, the demon adds in a silken voice, we accept payment in gold and slaves. Where can I find Nocticula? The demon goggles, then bursts into deafening laughter. Tiny bugs fly out of his maw, wiping away bloody tears and giggling. He grabs a particularly nimble insect and tosses it back down his gullet. You can find her in the palace, mortal. The thing is, she won't see just anyone. The last person who had the nerve to show up uninvited now lives in the catacombs, and everyone calls him Scrap. Care to guess why? I don't know who you think you are, but you will not be allowed on our doorstep unless she invites you herself. And to receive an invitation from Nocticula, you've got to be an influential and renowned figure in Alan Shinra. Or you could do something to piss her off. Sometimes those two things are one and the same. How do I earn an invitation from Nocticula? The demon shrugs. Your chances are slim, but you look cocky, so you could try the gladiator fights in Battle Bliss. Everyone loves a good butcher. The dirtier and bloodier the fight, the more respect you'll earn. Only fools fight fair, so you must prove you know the ways of the fighter's craft. The crowd will love you if you torment the loser before finishing them off, make them shriek, squeal, and beg for death. And then you can count on having the fight of your life. You will face an Nihindrian League champion. Your death will be a symphony of suffering the audience will forever remember. Most can only dream of such a fate. You could cozy up to someone in the upper city. The more influential your patron, the more respect you will be shown. Just remember that in Alan Shinra, only the most skilled predators make it to the top, like Lady of Alexia. More often than not, their offer of friendship is an introduction to their intrigues, and they will get into your head, twist your thoughts, make you hate yourself, and make you destroy everything you ever loved with your own hands. That's their idea of fun. If you know how to, shall we say, solve problems, you could try to get under Shamira's wing. She presides over the harem of ardent dreams in the middle city and rules Alan Shinra. Lady Nocticula does not stoop to such trifles herself. Commanding this city is dirty, bloody work, and Shamira is always in need of capable assistance, especially since she changes them as soon as they start to reek of her dark deeds. Walk through the slums. Everyone you'll see there tried to climb higher but fell into a trap. There are plenty of warnings in their incoherent ramblings. I am the commander of the Golarion Crusaders. Show some respect. So you're a big deal on Golarion? So what? This may come as a surprise, but Crusaders don't have much authority in the Abyss. Here, everyone sees you as an outsider with a doubtful past. If you want to carry any weight here, you'll have to build up your reputation. The Lich is spoiling for a fight. He wants somebody to come test him. Tell me the latest rumors. The demon pours a shot of liquor that smells of blood and bitter ash. No problem. Have a drink and we'll talk. 500 gold. Pay 500 gold and drink. Deal. The demon observes your face with obvious interest. The liquor stings and fills your throat with the foul taste of salt and rotten fish. What do you want to know? Tell me about Alan Shinra. In short, there's no order in this city. There never has been and never will be. There are no laws here, as we demons spit on laws. The only law here is might makes right. Take everything you can and give away anything you can't protect. Obey those stronger than you, and maybe they'll devour someone else. Everyone does what Nocticula says. She split Alan Shinra into 3 quarters, the lower city, the middle city, and the upper city. The elites live comfortable lives above, the fools and losers rot below, and everyone else sits in the middle and dreams of climbing up, though they mostly fall. Each quarter is walled so that no one goes anywhere they shouldn't. Guards watch the gates. Although, in truth, the guards are just a bunch of the most vicious and violent demons who carry out Nocticula's commands. If someone cuts you down in front of them, they won't interfere unless she orders them to. Then again, if you decide to bash someone's head in, they won't concern themselves with it. The only reason they might chase you away is if they want to loot the corpse themselves. The important thing is, don't kill anyone in front of a crowd, and don't bother guests from other planes. Nocticula has her reasons. She's trying to turn Alan Shinra into the interplanar bazaar of the Abyss. And as you walk around Alan Shinra, keep track of the time. Oh, not in some tiresome don't waste your time sense. Watch the time as if you were in a jungle and a predator was lurking in the brush. It might pounce on you and freeze you in place, stealing days, months, even years. You wouldn't notice any changes and everyone around you would grow old and forget about you. In the Abyss, time is a fickle and unruly thing. Tell me about this quarter. Demon points to a bottle of liquor. Imagine Alan Shinra as this bottle. The lower city is the bottom. The explanation is quite apt, as the bottom of the bottle is coated with foul-looking scum, and a dead insect with 2 fanged mouths is stuck to it. A cesspit. If someone or something needs to be eliminated, they send it to the lower city. They say the arena is the heart of the quarter, but that's nonsense. This whole quarter is one massive arena. Everyone here is a murderer, a thief, and a scumbag. The bloodshed never ceases, and the denizens of Alan Shinra watch it with delight and wager on who will emerge from this lake of blood. You may think of the slums as a useless appendage, but they are the main source of entertainment for the city. Tell me about the other quarters of the city. The middle city is all about trade. The 10,000 delights offer sex. The flesh markets deal in slaves and weapons. The mercenaries and assassins sell the death of enemies. The most successful business person of all is Shamira at the harem of ardent dreams. Her merchandise is Nocticula's favor and the favor of the powers that be. The upper city is for those who already have everything and have no use for trade. Imagine if you were a creature of divine power that can live in complete comfort, free of almost all limits. That's the kind who live in the upper city. You'd be wise to stay away from them. In the lower city, they'll just kill you and defile your corpse. In the upper city, they'll pull out your soul through your nostrils with a red-hot needle, cook it into a stew, then force you to eat it and wash it down with a cocktail made from your eyes and marrow. Are there many folks from Golarion here? Quite a few, but most of them wear special accessories. The demon draws an imaginary circle around his neck. They're slaves, is what I mean. Or meat, sometimes. We do get some free ones from time to time. Scum, as a rule. The only type who can survive amongst demons. Your fellow Dampiers come here more often than the other kinds of Golarions. On their way to or from Cabriri's realm, I guess. Your vampire kin have a lot of common interests with his ghouls. No matter how much you turn your noses up and pretend you're better than other kinds of undead. Ooh, interesting. Everything is clear. One last thing, mortal. You must have noticed that Alan Shinra is not built for your kind. It would be easy for you to get lost in our streets and die an inglorious death if you don't know how to fly or teleport. But why should I want you to die while you're still drinking? Take this. If you lose your way, take it to any arch and it will transport you here. Nocticula's idea, to aid guests from other planes, such as yourself. Show me your wares. The demon kicks open a large chest filled to the brim with all sorts of things. There are weapons and bloodied clothing. It seems these items once belonged to visitors from many different worlds. Here you are. Have your gold ready. I don't offer credit. The demon's voice drops to a whisper. By the way, I have something unique I can offer only to you. A Nahindrian crystal. It holds incredible power. What's a Nahindrian crystal? You mean you haven't heard of them? But everyone in Alan Shinra talks about them nonstop. Well, listen, this lot of demons appeared, and they were so strong you couldn't help but wonder how they acquired such power. And the strange thing is, those same demons used to be common riffraff, but then they became, well, I don't know what they are, but whatever it is, it's strong. Rumor has it that these supposed Nahindrian crystals are the source of their power. Nobody knows where they are or how to get them, but everyone wants one. The word has grown quite popular. These days, everything is Nahindrian this and Nahindrian that, no matter where you look. It's all hogwash and lies, of course, but my crystal is the real deal. Don't ask how I acquired it, that's my secret. But I could sell it to you. It's probably fake, keep it. The demon smiles venomously. It could be a fake, or it could be the best deal of your life. Only one way to find out, eh? All right. Demon Slayer soup. And the Nahindrian crystal. This amulet grants us wear a +1 combat bonus on knowledge world skill checks. Obviously, we don't need to be buying fake crystals. Bulk sell. We'll keep that around, actually. Oh, come on. Yep. I'm gonna keep that. I just don't feel like I should be selling Regal stuff. He'll make use of it sooner or later. What is this? Oh no. Yeah, I don't need both of those. Might want to do something with that later on. No. All these lesser rods, we'll get rid of those. Better ones are on the way. Oh man, I only got 241,000. This act might be a little rough, money-wise. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, all those extra books out of here. Prolonged gaze out of here. And I need from there. Excellent. Okay, much better. You know what? I do like those haste posters, but we'll see how my money's looking at later on. Okay. Now, Nanio, spellbook. Whoa, I'm missing a lot of... Wow. Oh. I never came back in and filled her stuff back up? Really? What in the hell? That's interesting. All right, fine. If you say so. I swear I came back in here. Camellia, Solseo, Delamere, Staunton, my minion. All right. Oh yeah, take them all out. I hate being on this level, needed to be able to teleport and not being able to. It's very irritating for me. All right. Phantasmal petrification. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, yeah. Oh, I really need heroic invocation. You know what? Maybe that's what makes it worth it for the Lich to have. Ooh, level 9. Yeah. You know what? It is. Take all these out. There we go. Yeah, much better. Much better. Okay. Actually, we'll take 2 of these. 1 of those. And then Shadow Conjuration Greater. Excellent. Okay, how are you doing? You don't need that because she has it. All right. Sure. Actually, no. Let's put at least 1 Eagle Soul in there. There we go. How are you doing? Divine Power still. You don't use anything from that. Ice Body. Sure. No, well, yeah, actually, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yep. This one has everything it really needs. Spell magic isn't going to do anything. Okay. Cool. All right, I think that's enough for one day. Hope all of you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please leave me a like down below. Share this content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.